calling.
Hey, y'all. Everybody's supposed to say hi. Okay, sorry.
Yelling at us. Okay. Golly.
Participation.
Hey, guys.
Sorry, y'all. I'm dealing with an actual rat dog today. My big dog is upstairs. But hello, everyone. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the Group Chat Calling Podcast. I'm your host, Winter Jewelle. Well, for today's episode, that is. And I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Amani Kao, Deek, and Tanisha Jelana.
What's poppin'?
Period. What's up, groupies? What y'all been doing? What's been
Right,
going
right.
on?
I got to know.
What's
I got
the
to
tea?
know.
Exactly.
Really quick speed round. Y'all know how I like to give it up. Quick check-in. How's everybody feeling? Don't give me the full diary entry. Just good, bad, and different. How's everyone doing today?
I'm good, actually. Great day.
This girl got her mouth full, y'all.
So I'm looking like D.
We
are you
can't
gonna
do
look
the
up?
30
Like,
minutes.
D has an answer. I'm like,
I thought
D, like,
you
come
were
on,
gonna
you
go
see me?
next. I thought you were
I
gonna
was
go. I
trying,
didn't.
but as you can see, I'm like,
I looked up after, and you were still chomping. I was like, oh, it was my turn. My
That's
bad.
why I unmuted. And I was like, because Tanisha already went. DH's not even looking. And she's over here
wasn't looking.
chomping, trying to eat this food down
I'm
mad.
trying to hurry up so I can say what I have to say.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'll go.
But,
Okay, go.
no, it's up. So,
Okay, great.
I feel like today was a long day, but I felt like I had a good day. Like, I feel like my day was very productive. Like, I had a whole meeting today, first meeting out of this job, and I felt like there wasn't no, like, I don't know, like, we didn't walk out the meeting like, oh my God. Like, it was kind of like, all right, we're getting somewhere, you know? So,
Love that. Yes.
yeah,
Productivity.
and then exactly. And then the next 3 days, I'm working from home because I have another training. Woo!
Clap it up. We love that.
Right.
Deke, how you feeling?
Today was pretty good. I am back in the gym, so I went to the gym today, which was nice. And what else did I do? Went to Costco. I realized that going to Costco for a small household is so much more beneficial than continuously going to the dang grocery store each week, because I was over that. But yeah, like, of course you spend money, but I probably won't need to go back to Costco until a month and a half from now, and also probably won't need too much from the grocery store outside of like any like entrees that I'm getting. But I got a big pack of ground beef for $35, and it's 6 pounds. Split that up, put it in the freezer. That's multiple nights, pasta, tacos, blah, 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 whatever. So I feel like it's a little more cost effective to just go to the Costco or go to like the Sam's Club than to be going to ShopRite each week, and you're spending $100-something plus on food.
Girl, I honestly have never thought about it like that, because I think it's wasteful going for a smaller household. Granted, I only just learned how to grocery shop for real. I'm definitely the meal by meal shopper. The bulk shopping, a lot of that stuff, it's going to waste. Like, I just haven't figured that out yet. But when you put it like that, that does make a lot of sense. So,
yes,
you know.
So they even have, like, for example, I got 7 lobster tails for $30 or $40.
Oh, man.
7 lobster tails when one at a restaurant costs, $35? So most of the
one at
time,
ShopRite costs $27.
Exactly. So I got
Yeah.
7 of them for $40. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, that's something that my partner eats often, so it's going to benefit us for me to get it at that price compared to continuously paying $40 for the 4-pack at ShopRite. I got 7 for $40. I got 3 extra. So, and then their eggs are $8.50 for the organic ones, because you know I eat my organic eggs.
Yes, ma'am.
$8.50 for a 24-pack.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Not
to
a
hit
12,
Costco up.
a 24. Yes, you definitely do. It's just way better. That's like, I think I learned that early on because I realized instead of going to Walmart and I'm buying just the 4-pack of paper towel for me to come back in another couple weeks to get another 4-pack, I might as well just spend the $20 on the 8-pack, and then now it lasts, and I don't have to come back, or I come back in another 2 months. I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out because grocery shopping is like a little annoying as an adult, and then trying not to waste food or making sure you eat everything is really hard. So just trying to figure out ways to like save money while also getting things that you need and want. But that was really my day. I interviewed a bunch of high schoolers, and now we're here recording. So flow, very adult-like day for me.
That actually perfectly leads us into tonight's conversation. We're going to be talking about something that I've been sitting with a lot lately. And it's really just that weird, quiet shift into adulthood, in which you kind of wake up and realize I'm really here, or you don't even realize it. You just slowly start to evolve into an actual full-fledged adult. Since we don't all have traditional coming of age stories, we're at the end of that scenario or situation. You feel as though you've arrived into adulthood, right? But it's also the point where you're not fully who you used to be, but you're not quite where you want to be yet. You're just kind of in that middle space. And along that journey, you find yourself letting go of what no longer fits you, figuring out what does, and choosing how you want to show up in the world. Because again, you're in that middle space. You're not quite the woman or the man that you want to be, but you're also not the child that you've known and existed as for the past 20 years, right? So with that being said, let's get into it. What is something that made you realize, oh yeah, I'm grown now?
I think for me that this is something I'm only chuckling because I feel like this is something that I have struggled with, just being one. Okay. Like for me, growing up, I was always the youngest of my older two brothers in the household I grew up with. I do have younger siblings, but I wasn't fortunate enough to grow up with them in the same household. So I feel like already I was looked at as so young compared to my brothers, just by all of our older cousins and things like that. Outside of like us, really, you guys are younger than me. Other than you guys, there's barely anybody that's younger than me. So I feel like I grew up feeling young, and then constantly being told quite literally every day how young I look also plays a big role in like what I see within myself and things like that. But I will say, as of recently, I have been just hitting myself with a reassurance of confidence and within being grown, because I'm like, I am grown. At the end of the day, I might not feel grown, but I am. Like, I'm 27 years old, outside of having a child and being a mom, but like my age wise gives grown, right? I'm not early 20s. I'm not in my teens. I'm closer to 30 than anything. So there's no reason why I'm not stepping harder in my grownness, if that makes sense. So it makes me laugh because I actually really just, like, within the past couple of weeks have been saying to myself, like, girl, you are too grown to be like doing that, or I'm too grown for this. Like, I've been hitting myself with those little comments because it just, I don't know. So I feel like I'm still working on that feeling, because I don't think I fully had a full moment of that. But like, obviously me getting like my first actual big girl apartment is one of the key factors for me, because I have a 2-bedroom 2-bathroom apartment, and I'm like, dang, I'm kind of grown. Like, I'm kind of giving grown. Like, I take care of my own bills, I take care of my own stuff, so why wouldn't I be giving grown women? But I don't think there's anything that has happened that actually made me have that like light bulb moment, just based on how I've been brought up, I guess. I don't really know for me.
Okay. I feel like, girl, be happy that you even look this mother good around this age, because girls out here be
Period.
looking older,
No,
and they're
that's a
not even
fact.
that
That's a
old,
fact.
and
That's a
that's
fact.
a bad thing. Shoot. But anyways, I feel like for me, I be telling myself like, dang, I'm grown with one, the way I react towards certain situations. Like, I'm like, dang, like if it was like the old me, I would have reacted completely different. Like, so I feel like my reaction, I can just tell off of my reaction. I can, I guess the feeling of when you had a long day at work and after work, you're like, I need a drink. Is given grown, because before it was not like that. And then I would say, what else? I don't know. Just like not trying to, unless it's like for work purposes, I would not really be going out like that if it wasn't like, for my job and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm just like, dang, it's really getting to that point. Like, it's
Like life
really
is
getting
comes to a
serious
there.
for
point.
real.
Like, what?
It comes to a point.
It comes to a point. Life gets
Like,
serious.
Like, I don't understand. Like, I know that at the end of the day, the day need to end, but the day has been ending too quickly for the past
Okay.
couple
Oh,
days.
okay.
Months. What's going on?
You know what
I
they
get
say, the
that.
older you get, the
Like,
faster
whoa.
time fly by. So, you on to something.
I mean, honestly, no. I feel like at this point that saying does not even apply, because there's no reason why the past 4 months have flown by in the year of 2025. There's no way that has something to do with my age. It can't be.
I agree.
Something's
agree.
not right. I don't know what's going on, but I posted my TikTok last week and I was like, why does it feel like it's already May and it's just April? And time is just like flying. Like, I also can't believe that it's April at the same time. Like, it's just something feels real off. Like, real off.
Also, look at the state that we're currently living in. I just think everything feels like a fever dream. So
that makes sense. Let alone, not to mention the weather here. Like, CT weather lately has been.
Oh, get it together.
Get it together. Like, pick a side.
It's hot. And what Katie say? You're hot and you're cold. You yes and you no. Whatever the heck she said after that, because that's all I got.
You're
I
in and you're
am
out.
right.
You're up and you're down. It's
Ah,
wrong when
yes,
it's right.
G.
It's black and it's white. We fight, we break up, we kiss, we break
Karaoke
up.
with the chat, okay?
I can sing that whole
Oh my
song, cannot front. That's actually a really good one. I'm gonna have to add to my karaoke list.
I just know the melody after those two bars. That's it. Now I know it's All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
Bob, what was your I'm grown moment?
For myself, I don't know if I could like pinpoint when it really happened, when it really clicked. Because being somebody who's like a future thinker, a planner, just always trying to be 10,000 steps ahead of my own self, I feel like I always was just, had this mentality like, when I'm grown, I have this plan and that plan. So when it happened, I don't think I really like fully observed that, like, okay, you're actually in the place that you've been planning for your whole life. But I think, I don't really know if it was like more of an internal moment or seeing how other people observe me, if that makes sense. Like getting insight on how other people view me. Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
No, that makes perfect sense. I definitely relate to that.
Yeah, so like especially being in the workspace and things of that nature, and like having certain conversations in the workspace and just different things like that, it kind of made me be like, oh, I really am an adult. Like I have so much value to add into these spaces, and these people are 60 plus years old. Like I'm not a child in this room. Like, they actually see me as an adult also. Wow, I guess I am an adult. Like I'm not a 10-year-old.
Right. Like y'all actually want to hear what I say? Y'all don't want me to just sit here quietly no more?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I can bring value here. So I don't know. I think that was a big, I think that was a big part of it. I think there were small, like, nuances and things that happened over a span of time. That was like, obviously, paying your bills, start doing things for yourself. It starts to feel like you're an adult. But I think what really like switched the gears for me was being in spaces, in my career, especially now, and people, coming in for interviews who are my same age. This was interesting to me. People who have come in for interviews that I've seen they're about the same age as me. And I will, I'm part of these interviews, and then the touch base afterwards, the conversations are very like, oh, they're very young, they read young, I wouldn't be able to take them serious. And I'm like, oh, then it kind of would always make me kind of feel like, oh, but they're like probably the same age as me. Like we're literally probably the same age.
Right. See, that's a conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
So
wait a minute,
very
wait a minute.
interesting.
You talking about for like interviews?
Yeah, like people have come and interview at my job for positions that aren't open who are the same age as me. And I've sat in these interviews, I've been on the interview panels, and, you always have a touch base if you're in a panel style interview. Whoever's a part of that panel, you have a touch base in between each candidate that comes. And the conversations have been that candidate kind of reads too young. I wouldn't be able to take them serious. They're too young. But for me, it's like, but they're literally my age. In my mind, right? I'm like,
Right.
but we're probably the same age. So for them to even feel as though they read young, or, they wouldn't be able to take them serious in the line of work that we do and things like that, it was just, really interesting experience.
Or even hearing a supervisor or an exec say, oh, blase messed up on this, but she's young, she's only 25. Baby, what you mean I'm 23?
No, literally. Like, but
like, how
I'm
old do you
younger
think
than her?
I am? Like, did
Right.
you not look at my paper when I sent it in?
No, for sure.
You sent that to HR immediately? Got it. Okay.
No,
Cool.
Yeah, that's how that happened. No birthday.
No,
anything.
for real though. For real. I was just about to say that. Like they have already the information that they like I feel like the important ones, they should already have that before the interview even comes. I feel like mostly the interview is for how you respond with questions, like how, like more in depth of.
But that's what they take into consideration. Yeah. But so they still got the chance to interview even after seeing, what their age was. So that's not necessarily the reason why, but it's the conversation that's happening once you're at the table. Can you come? It's not necessarily about the fact that they are 25
So like
or
their
22
responses,
or
like
23.
how they act.
How they present themselves. Like, are you still
Exactly.
presenting young? If I bring you into a
that makes sense.
boardroom, are you going to have these wealthy people looking at me like, his team?
Why are they here? Right.
Yeah.
It's really giving that. Like, why did you bring them? What are they here for?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, whereas I've been in
no,
situations and in rooms with very, 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 very important people, and my bosses have gotten feedback like, "Oh, she's so smart." Like, like they have scheduled consultations with me for their own projects from following that. So I think those are things that I think really kind of hit the light bulb for me. Like, oh, you are viewed as an adult, but you are still young at the same time. Like you are young in this industry, but you are viewed as an adult at the same time. Very interesting concept.
That is interesting, but honestly, it's understandable. Because honestly, the way you present yourself in the interview is the way they think you're going to present yourself when you're working. So,
but it's also the persona that follows you. And it's so unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
But that's a corporate conversation or a workforce conversation, which I think will be great to have on a pod. Side note. But I do think that the points that everybody brought up, and there were 3 main points that kind of really stuck out to me. And the first one was when Amani said her reactions. When her reactions started to change, she started to realize that I'm grown now. Yes. Views starting to change, like the way I view certain things in the world, like me at 17 being willing, like Winter at 17, 18, 19 was outside, and y'all would never really guess or believe this. if you have listened to this podcast and don't know me for real, or you've met me past 19 in life. Now, granted, was I outside every weekend? No. Was I outside every weekend day in the weekend? I was not. But Winter then had a different perspective of going out with her friends because I had missed it in high school. So I was out every chance that I got. And now I look at it as, well, what am I sacrificing? Because to me, I'm not yearning to go out. So am I sacrificing my time with myself or doing something that I would much rather be doing just to appease others, right? So just the way that I started looking at things change. And then finally, I think, because for me, it happened in phases. Like the first phase was my reactions to things. I've always been very short-tempered. Like I have very little patience. But I started to become very patient to the point where a lot of my conversations now with Tanasia, or honestly everyone, is relax. Okay. Hey, we don't got to go from 0 to 10,000 real quick. Let's just take it a step back. And then the second phase for me was my views on things changing. Like I'm talking to people older than me and I'm like, oh my gosh, you sound like a child. Like, do you know you are 30 years old?
No, for sure.
Like, and I
that's
mean,
the
like
age
at
check.
this point I'm 20 and I'm looking at people like, what step did you miss? I'm just trying to figure that out. And then the final one was people telling a story of me that I did not relate to. And it wasn't bad. Honestly, the things that people say about me nowadays, y'all know I get emotional, will make me cry. Like the person that I have become is a complete about face from the person that I was. I used to be very cold. I used to be very black and white about things. I had very little patience. I always said that I'm not kind, but I'm nice. Like I'll tolerate people, but I don't really like them. But then when the stories people started to tell about me didn't connect, I was like, okay, maybe I'm not the version or I'm not the story that I tell myself about me anymore. And so that realization, especially being in the workforce and hearing how people describe me, and not only my work ethic, because I've always been a dog when it comes to that, but just the way that they describe how I interact with people or how I carry myself, you would think that they're talking about somebody who is their senior, not somebody who is quite literally decades their junior. So all three of those things come into play, right? But so with that being said, because a lot of our reactions change, a lot of our mindset changes. It's just the natural evolution of growing up, right? What's something that you used to judge or say you would never do that now that you are grown, you either fully embrace or caught yourself doing? Like, dang, it got me. It caught up to me. And that could be, I don't know, say you were in the gym your entire life. You was an athlete your entire life. You know, clock in one day and you realize, hey, it kind of hurt going up these stairs.
The honest reason as to why I'm back in the gym, 2 weeks ago, I had the worst hip pain ever. And I guess it was because of how I was sleeping at night. It was causing me to, like, I guess, lay on my side a lot. So I was putting pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But I could barely even move my hips. And I was like, I spent too long out of the gym. Like, no. And I went back to the gym immediately.
Valid.
6 in the morning.
Very valid.
6 in the morning. You know, y'all know I'm not waking up at 6 in the morning to go to the gym. I was up at the gym at 6 a.m., 6:30. And it's great, honestly. So I do need to work that back into a reasonable schedule. But yeah,
You know
get
what they
older.
say, mobility decreases when you get as you age, and it starts at 25.
That was
And I
very
don't think
dramatic.
people realize this. It
I
starts
think
at 25.
I think because I was very active, you know, I was still like heavily in the gym and things around that age.
Mhm.
So it was really just me the past 2 years not really going to the gym.
Being
And now it
sedentary
caught up to
or
me.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, no, and just sitting a lot or not doing as much as I used to. I was
Mhm.
like, yeah, no, I gotta stretch. I couldn't even like stretch my legs like I used to stretch them. It was really bad.
Yeah. But did you think that, like, younger you, did you ever think that at 27 you'd be like, Nah, my hip, it hurts. Like,
No, but I think because honestly, being a cheerleader, especially before now, there's a lot of knowledge that a lot of coaches and people didn't know about the sport until now. Like
mhm,
there's psychologists that work with cheerleaders to help them specifically with their sport, and like specific physical therapists that helps as well, because with the sport is a lot of mental stability as well as physical. So you're moving your body so much that I've probably worked muscles that other sports have probably never even touched, because I'm carrying people above my head,
mhm.
trying to carry people, tumbling, jumping, dancing, all in within only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's it.
Which is
So
crazy when you say the actual
crazy,
time. Like, when you're
crazy.
watching, it doesn't feel like it's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Like, that's crazy.
Right. But like that's so much to be doing in only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So I think
And
it's
not to
just
mention
catching
that
up.
there's probably very little recovery, especially during competition season. Okay, so I do actually want to flip the question since you brought that up.
Yes.
Instead of saying something that you used to judge when you were younger that you now kind of have stepped into, whether it been consciously or subconsciously, I want to know your reality versus your expectations of adulthood. That's what I want to know. Because you mentioning that as a younger cheerleader, you never would have thought that at 27 you would have any hip pain. There's a lot of things that as teenagers we thought about in adulthood that now being in adulthood is like, baby, where it's at.
First of all,
Let's get into it.
first of all, if we want to be anything in this world, let's be for real.
Let's be for real.
Because
Okay.
because back in like early high school, I'm thinking around this age, this is exactly where I'm gonna be at. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna have kids. And I'm like, look at me. Like, and people my
Not
age
look at
is
me.
like, right, like, I know like everybody got their own different paths, but like, is the path like, am I still going straight? Or is there some
Uh-uh.
turns that's being taken that I'm not supposed to?
At this point, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just here.
Like, I'm just going at this point, like, not like going with the flow, but like, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to be patient because I feel like the more I think about it, the more I just get anxious when it comes down to where, um, like, I want to keep going into and stuff like that. And oh yeah, where am I gonna be in 2 years, or I'm gonna be in 3 years, or I'm gonna be in 4 years. I was already just talking the other day with my mom, my dad, and Amir actually about where we want to move to in about 8 to 10 years. Isn't that
How'd that
crazy?
conversation go?
Bro, I'm gonna be 36. Well, in 10 years, I'm gonna be 36. Amir's gonna be 31.
Mm.
Like, what?
That's crazy. Yeah, you being 36 is one thing. Amir being 31, crazy.
Bro, crazy.
To go off what you're saying, I've never put an age to what I'm trying to do, like what I was doing. So like I talked about having kids mid 20s, late 20s. I've always talked about that. I've talked about having a kid or kids before I got married. Always talked about that. But I never put an age to what it was. I never thought to do that.
I actually think that might be a healthier route to go about it because then you don't have that kind of sense of disappointment in yourself when it's really just uh, a benchmark that you've put on you and literally nobody else. Like, it's most of the time it's very
Yeah.
unrealistic also. But specifically to Amani's point, I think a lot of the times we plan and we plan and we plan and we put ages on things for all the people who do put ages on things. If you're younger listening, don't do that. But we don't account for friction, and quite literally life is friction. Like, everything outside of your own body, shoot, sometimes your body is friction. Like I said, you turn around one day and it hurt going up the stairs. That's friction. It's preventing you from doing what you're planning to do at the time that you plan to do it. But I think one of the greatest pieces of advice I ever received in that regard is to just continue to put one foot in front of the other and remember or keep your eye on the direction that you're supposed to be moving. Doesn't matter how quickly or how slowly you are going, just keep on moving in that direction. Now, baby, if you don't know where the direction is you're supposed to be going, get some help. Okay.
Different
Where to get the help from, I don't
conversations.
know, but
No, for sure.
we all need it sometimes.
No, for sure.
I don't know, but you better get it.
No, it's so true.
No, but ask somebody who's already there. That's what another thing.
I was gonna say
will
that's
never
so
take
important.
advice from somebody who is not where I want to be or higher.
Or not.
Not doing it.
And I know some people think that that's so just, people have opinions on that. Right. But I feel the same way, boohoo. Like, realistically, because I just feel like, especially about that specific subject, right? Like, if it's about a subject of a place that I'm trying to get to and you have never been there and you don't even know right from left when it comes to that, what I'm discussing, there's no reason why you should be giving me advice, because you don't even know. You can't even see the vision of what I'm trying to obtain. So there's no reason why I'm having a conversation with you about that specific thing. Not saying you can't give me any advice about anything ever, but when it comes to that specifically, I just don't think there's any value that you can add to that. That's my personal opinion. That's what I'm sticking with. Not change my mind. Hot take. But
yeah, she's
totally
dead
agree.
serious, y'all. She's
No,
dead
that's
serious. She's
I
laughing, but
feel
she's dead
just
serious.
don't say
what's
nothing.
funny to me is that I feel like people couldn't tell. There's no way people can't tell if they've been listening from the beginning till now. They know you were dead serious.
She's not nice. She's not nice, y'all. Like, very sweet in the face. She's not nice.
Yeah.
Wait,
If
I
we
know,
voted
like,
on
you were
if
different.
we voted on who was the meanest, Tay got it.
Got
Yes.
it down.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy is we just
He wasn't always this
sidebar.
way. No,
I
I'm kidding.
just had this conversation. That's true too. But I just
Roles were
had this
definitely reversed.
conversation.
It was definitely reversed. All right, go
I
ahead.
just had this conversation recently with my partner, mommy. It was like a couple people at the house and we were talking. And y'all know him. He swears I'm just so friendly, so nice, all this. And I was like, you see me in that light? But because that's also because you're not a friendly person either. Like,
Okay,
you genuinely
there we
are
go.
not friendly. So I'm, of course, going to come off as the more friendly one between the two of us. I said, but if you ask anybody else, they will always say she's like, you probably should talk to anybody else besides her.
Yes.
So
Literally.
But what Winter was saying earlier, I totally agree with, is, y'all know me, planner to the bone. Have a plan. I definitely think plans are necessary. Have some type of, goal, set for yourself that you're trying to reach. But definitely, like I said on another pod episode, definitely leave room for change. And I think that was something that even still, I'm still in the process of reminding myself that every single day in my adult life. Like, hey, okay, it's great that you have a plan. It's great that you've thought from A to Z and beyond, but we need to leave room for the letters that don't exist, right? Like the letters that are just going to pop up and just join together and then create something that you've never even seen in the alphabet, because that's literally how life works. It's like these two things, they come together and now there's this huge monster in front of you that you've never had to face before. And it kind of just feels like it's going to destroy everything that you've built. In reality, it just may have to be a little monster that you have to defeat in order to get to the next level. You see what I'm saying? Picking up
Right. Life is a game, okay?
Yes, exactly.
I was following, sis. I got you.
Yes, picking up what I'm putting down. Exactly. But literally, that's really how honestly, and like you said earlier about like just the world, the state of the world right now, it really does feel like a fever dream, but it really does feel like at this point, we're just picking characters and pressing play and then seeing what happens. Like it feels like that in all facets of life.
Literally.
But really, that's how life really is, kind of, sort of. Like life is really
but
like
it's
that.
always been like that. And I think it's crazy because we are now living it. Like before
Yes.
this person, there was another one that our parents were like, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Oh yeah, nothing's new. Nothing that is happening right now.
It's
you
original.
Talk to people, like you said, who are much, much older than us, have, seen so much more, have so much more experience and wisdom. they are all like, this is not new. Like, we're surprised that it's kind of happening now just because of like the day and the time and whatever. But like, this is not new that this is happening. Like, this has been done for sure. Just the magnitude is just a little bit different. But yeah, I feel like life is like that overall. It really is a game. It's like, are you going to be defeated on this level and then not try again and just shut the game down and just log out? Like, completely unplug it, rip it from the wall? Or
what?
are you gonna hit that reset button?
I'm gonna have to stop you right there because I feel like I'm gonna have to sleep on it. I'm gonna have to sleep
That's
on
fine.
it.
That's fine. Put on rest
And then we
mode. Put on
gonna get
rest
back.
mode.
I ain't gonna close it.
Rest mode. That's why they
It
got
ain't
rest
gonna
mode.
close.
I'm gonna sleep
I'm gonna
on
have
it.
to
We got
put
to
that
pause this and
sleep
resume
on it.
tomorrow.
Gotta really think. Gotta come back and think about it. Like, let me really plan
No,
out.
I
Like,
feel that though. I feel that because the temper that I have matured, it still tempers. Like, I still get very hot. I just do not react the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, boiling. But y'all know my telltale sign is I go mute, and I go mute quick. I go mute when I'm overstimulated. I go cute when I'm cute. I'm always cute. I go mute when I'm pissed off.
Period.
I go mute when I heard something stupid and I just don't have, Tanasia, Lord, she falling out, y'all. That word is a trigger word for her. And we are really working on it. Like, it is a constant prayer that my friend is delivered from this struggle because I'm tired of it. Like, anyway.
in Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Yes,
Amen.
like the church said. Come on now. But no, for many things, I go mute. But as I have matured, my reactions have matured as well. So instead of calling people stupid or telling people why I don't want to be here anymore and just making people feel bad because I don't feel great, and that was never the intention. It's just the natural reaction. Like, I'm uncomfortable, so why am I going to appease you so that you're not uncomfortable? Never made sense to me. But as I've matured, I found more respectful and graceful ways to go about certain things. Okay. So with all that talk about reality versus expectations, we now know that life be lifing, and the unpredictable will 100% happen. Like, it will 100% happen. So now having this knowledge in our mid to late 20s, however way you want to look at it, who are you becoming right now? Like, who is the grown version of Winter, Tanasia, Deacon, Amani working to become? Like, and I don't want no fluff answers. Talk to the people like they're really in a group chat.
Let's stay above water.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Not above water. See, they don't love y'all like I do.
I'm crying.
Well, that makes me question.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, I love you.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, no, I really need a minute to think about that.
Okay, we can ponder.
Okay, she's not
We
going.
can ponder.
Okay. As soon as you said it, the first thing that came to my mind is the grown and growing, young woman that Tanasia is aiming to become. Is an everyday task. Some characteristics specifically that popped to my head was patience. Patience is something specifically that I am trying really hard every single day in all areas of my life, literally in all areas of my life. But I want to be a patient woman. I even think about things like, if one day I do become a mom and things like that. Like, patience itself is just something that I think the grown version of me will appreciate and benefit from so much. So, because guys, if I'm being very honest, I'm just, people that know me know this, but people that don't, I'm very impatient. I just kind of, let's get it quick and fast. Give me the solution. Let's get it done. And that's it. There's nothing else to talk about. I don't want to wait. I don't have time for that. The world is moving rapidly fast, and I don't have time to wait for you to do this. I need to do it now, quick, fast, and in a hurry. 2 minutes tops. And life is just not like that. It's just not.
No,
and
ma'am.
I think
Not at all.
and I think a lot of the things that I'm working on right now, both in my career and like some side things that I have going on is really causing me to stretch that, and causing me to kind of dig deep, and also asking myself the questions of like, okay, why are you so impatient? Like, what is really the fear of you waiting this thing out? Like, like starting to kind of force myself to really dig to the bottom of it, because babes, you have to wait. Like, you literally have no choice. Like, you have a goal, it's coming, you see the vision coming to pass, but you trying to rush it is not benefiting you whatsoever. But even with that revelation, it's like, but what is the rush? Like, what is the fear? That's really what it is. What is the fear of it not happening now? So yeah, that's kind of where I am right now. That's the main thing. I think adult version, Nike's here, of course. The adult version of me is trying to develop as, as I continue to be a grown up and stuff.
I think Nike agrees. I think he's
Yeah, he
over there
does.
like,
He's
yes,
irking
and
my
yes,
patience right now. He's
and
testing
yes,
it because
and yes, my
he
mom
won't
needs
be
that
quiet.
too.
Golly.
Whoa. Calm down, Bria. Calm down.
So, how was your day today, Tay?
It was really great. I promise. I went to the gym.
I
It was
was
a
gonna
productive
say,
day.
we talked for a long time today. Everything
Yes.
was fine.
It's him. It's him. He won't be quiet. I don't know what's going on. Now he's grabbing the toy. He's flinging it around. It's just so much. That's what I'm saying. Every day, you can't ask God for something and think it's just going to happen. He puts things and animals and humans in your life that cause you to have to practice it every single day. And honestly, that's exactly what's been happening in my life every single day is something. Work especially is working my patience. But nonetheless, I'm staying the course and being a good and faithful servant every day because it's imperative to the growth.
I feel like I didn't really get a chance to really think about that for real. Like, and I say that because lately I've been in I am taking every day, one day at a time phase. So I haven't thought about future things outside of business and like stuff like that. But when it comes to really myself, I feel like I'm in a good stage right now. So I just want to embrace where I am before I go to thinking about where I want myself to grow next. Like, I just have to be in this moment time.
You are
I
so
love
very
that though.
present. And
Yeah, I love
I
that
have
for
always
her.
admired that about you. But I
Same.
really love that. Not only for you, but just in general. Like, I wish, and that's something I've tried to do for the past however many years, is just to be more present. I think having my daughter actually kind of put it on like the forefront of my mind. Like, you need to be here. Like, get out your head. You need to be here in order for things to happen. You need to be here. But also, time just moves so quickly that even outside of being a mother, there's things in life. I don't want to sit there and think, oh, I wish I could have experienced that twice because I missed out on it the first time, even though I was there, if that makes sense. But that's just, I love that. I do.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I feel like I've worked really hard to get here, and especially with God, because He's been working on me for a long time. And I feel like I've gotten here just being in those shoes where I would, be thinking about the future and doing a lot of that. And then I realized I have to let that go in order for me to be a little more at peace. So that was something that I had to leave behind. And now I'm trying to be exactly that. So I really do appreciate the compliment. Money, why are you looking like that?
Because I keep seeing Nike in the
I
back.
already knew that's what you
I
were
was
going
literally texting in all capital letters Nike in the group chat because that is crazy.
What was he doing? I
He's
wasn't looking.
He again
All I see
working
is
my
like he going
patience.
like this, like going in a
That's what he's
circle, like,
doing.
and I'm like,
But-
am I seeing what I'm seeing over here in that corner?
It
have
wasn't
to
the
just
circle for
ignore
me.
him.
It was the back and forth. Like he clicked the circle for a little bit. It was just going back and forth. And that's when I went to go text Nike because now I'm getting
But that's
distracted.
why I was really like looking for real, because I'm like, is he circling or he just going like this? Like I could have.
He was doing
All of it.
both.
He's
Or
doing
doing
everything.
both, sis.
Yeah, everything. Everything.
That was
And that's what
funny.
I'm saying, working my patience every day.
Girl, he would have been kicked out,
Mm-mm.
honey. I just
See?
But
And
nah.
I think this is why I have Nike, for this reason, to test my patience. How long can you
Precisely.
endure it? How long can you endure it?
precisely. He got the right mama though. I will say that.
I swear.
Because she's probably the most patient with him. But yeah. Amani.
What was the question again? I'm sorry. Two people went and it just I lost it. I was
It's
too
okay,
in the
girl.
moment.
It's okay. It's
I was
okay.
too in the moment.
Who are you at, your grown and sexy age now working to become?
Oh, I'm working to become a nurse, a successful nurse, a travel nurse.
Okay,
Don't have to
specificity.
work every
Yeah,
don't have
period.
to work every shift, nurse. Just
Okay.
lit K nurse. You
Okay.
know, like like
I'm crying.
come on now. I need to at least get like I feel like I need to at least get 3 years in travel nurse before I want to have a child.
I get
Just
it.
3 years of travel nurse. So I could that.
Run the
I
money
don't know
up.
how long the months. Yeah, exactly. Stack up. And if I don't got a man, then I'm extending them years.
Lord.
So either way, we Gucci over here.
So to paraphrase, Amani in this season of her life is very career driven, and we love that. We love a career woman, okay?
Like it's to the point where, and back on me feeling like I'm getting old because it's going on where you having a long day, you don't even want to do nothing. Like you just want to go home and like lay down. Like I'm tired. Like I don't even like never see myself to even go to sleep like early like this. Like I'd be tired early. Like
The
falling
days
asleep on the
done
couch
been
watching
daying
TV.
like they ain't never dayed before.
That's another thing. I never fall asleep on the couch like that early. Like
I
I'm
ain't never
asleep,
seen this
like,
day before in my life.
I swear.
That's how I be feeling. I get it. No, 100%.
So it's just crazy. Like wow. Like all right, now I got here. Now what's next? Because it ain't never stop, won't stop,
It's never over.
never.
I feel that. I feel like that's where I am too in general. Like I am in a really great space right now, but you know that feeling of like at first not plateau, but it's like, okay, I'm in the groove. Like, things are going, like they're moving, but it's like you're just kind of in the groove. It's like, okay, they're moving at like a decent pace. You're kind of grooving, but you feel the ramp up. Like you feel somebody kind of turning the speed up slowly, like on a treadmill, you're slowly just increasing speed. That's the phase of my life that I feel like I'm in right now. Like I feel like I'm in the groove. Like I got a good walking pace, but it feels like the speed is just increasing every single day. Not complaining.
Okay, but do you feel like you keeping up, or that
I do.
soon
I do.
You're gonna have to play catch up? Okay.
Right now, I feel like I'm keeping up. Now we'll
that.
see. We'll check back in a couple months. We'll check back after May. Let's touch base and see if I'm still catching up.
Okay, let me write that down.
I might be full speed in May, and we'll see.
I am a cosplay therapist, so May.
Right. Check back in with
we're gonna
May.
check.
Yeah, I be tripping over my foot, so I gotta take it steady.
Slow it down, please. Speed back down.
Right.
Thank you.
Let me.
Tripping over my foot is crazy because you really do that.
Hold on,
Speed on one. Thank you.
That
Take
is
the incline
hilarious.
down.
Okay.
Great.
0 and 1. Thank you.
Like, wait, hold on. I definitely dragged it. Like, it was just at, what was it? Wait, what do I usually do when I'm on the treadmill? I be
Oh
like,
my
I'm
gosh.
crying.
oh, it was just at 2.0, and I tried to put
Yeah.
it to 2.5. Like, whoa, let me bring it back to 2.3 maybe. Like,
It was too quick.
I dragged it. I dragged it with the 205.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
That is too funny.
Oh my goodness.
But this is like real life. Like,
It really is though. It
listen.
really is.
No, that's very valid. And then I found myself in seasons like that where I'm very work focused. I'm a reformed workaholic. I have matured. I am delivered. But still, it's still bad a little bit, especially when I get into something and I got a goal set. Like it's really done for everybody around me. Until I achieve that goal. But I have found myself in seasons where I felt like the pace was just it was getting to be too much. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm no longer feeling my feet on the tread. But I ain't fall yet. And it's the realization that, okay, I'm still here, but is it responsible of me to keep going knowing that I already feel like I'm starting to levitate? Or should I maybe bring it back down to a pace where I actually know where I'm going? Because at this point, I'm running, but where am I running to? And for what reason? Like I'm no longer in control. But fast forward to where I am now, I feel as though I'm trying to get to the woman that younger Winnie was trying to be or always envisioned becoming. I think there was a season of my life between 18 and very recently where I kind of lost sight of it. Like it was always there, but it felt like a script that I was reading. Like I wasn't actually actively working to become her. And there will be moments where people will say, oh, you're so poised, you're so polished, you speak so well. Oh my gosh, you argue that down, right? And those are little glimpses into the woman that I envision myself becoming. But I realized I wasn't actively seeking her. Like I wasn't actively working to be her. And so with that being said, there's just certain things that I've just been doing on autopilot that, you know, by the grace of God, have gotten me closer to that destination, but now actually being present in that and in what I'm trying to become, I'm much more intentional about my choices, much more intentional about my time, much more intentional. Yeah, that's the word, intentional. About the things that I say, the things that I do, how I carry myself. Like, again, another thing is I went many years about not caring how I stepped out the house. That was never me growing up. Let's be very frank. Like, unless if it was school, that was never Winnie. Like, it was never given that. I was always the last one out the house, very late. Y'all had to tell me 30 minutes
Lord
before you pulled up because I'm taking
Jesus.
my time.
I mean, pronto, lady, pronto.
Like, I've been here
No,
30 minutes.
Seriously.
Like,
No, seriously. Yeah, it was bad actually. Yeah.
all right. You're laughing way too hard.
He said it was bad, actually.
Yeah, like now that we're getting into it, now that I'm thinking about it, we could
No,
talk
it was
about that.
definitely a phase of time. For
But,
sure.
Yeah, that
you
was
know,
crazy.
in the
Mhm.
season of me not caring how I stepped out the house, that wasn't a problem. I'm on time. I'm early. But now that I'm starting to care again, you know, I still want to be on time and I still want to be early. But I'm much more cognizant of the time, if, you know, you picking up what I'm putting down. But all in all, I'm really trying to become the Winter that young Winnie was daydreaming about. Because instead of daydreaming about boys and all the stuff that most of our heads are turning towards, I literally was walking down downtown Stanford, which is, you know, our corporate's boom in the state, saying I'm owning one of these towers.
And
Okay?
is. Prayer.
And is, right?
It is.
And so just refocusing on who I have always known that I was meant to be, that's who I'm working on becoming now. So every step that I take, every word that I speak, every thought and redirection is directed towards me becoming her. Now, the specifics might not all be laid out, but the vision is very, very clear and has been since I was a child. But I've also found that for me, I can't get too specific because then I start to make plans that, hold on, y'all. I start to make plans that I don't feel like are ordained for me. There are plans that I'm trying, I see the silhouette, but that's not actually where I'm supposed to be. I'm filling in the blanks of the picture that's just abstract because I'm not yet who I'm supposed to be able to see that clearly. I need to do the work in the in-between and in the middle in order for that to be revealed to me, because then I'd be doing what we all do as children, and that's playing dress up. And quite frankly, grown Winnie, I don't want to be playing dress up in my life. I want to actually be her. Okay? So I've learned that I can be clear in my intention, but I don't have to force myself to be specific because then I'm quite literally forcing it.
No, literally.
I had to get that off my chest real quick.
No, that was good. That was really, really good.
No, I really loved that. That was very well said.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not gonna lie.
Not gonna die. Sorry, go ahead. I just had to say it.
First of all, side note, because I feel like every time I unmute myself, guys, if you guys were to look at all their faces right now, every time I say like one or two words, it's like they start laughing because they know I'm about to say something that's
We're just preparing
I always
ourselves.
say I can't sit next to Amani for anything. Like, Tanasia will be like, all right, that's enough. Deasia will literally have no reaction. Like, she's a pro at this. Me, I'm on the floor. It's terrible. All right,
and then
ahead.
once you start going, we really start going.
It's over.
It's just funny.
It's over.
Wait, because now you made me forget what I was even saying.
No, sorry,
you got it. Laura,
not gonna lie.
Bring it back to her memory right
Not
now.
gonna lie.
Not gonna lie.
No, but what were you saying before that?
Oh, Lord.
I was basically saying, to paraphrase, to summarize, to recap, Cliff Notes, that you can be intentional, but I can't be super specific because then it feels like I'm forcing it. That was the summary. So if it ain't got nothing to do with that, Bookie, I can't help you.
Because
I feel like she
rehashing the
was
whole
the
thing
one
is
saying
crazy.
something, wasn't she?
Repeating the entire
She just forget
It's not going to happen.
If it comes
Listen
back
to the
She
pod
just-
episode.
Oh,
at this point.
I know exactly what I'm saying.
She got it. She got it. Shh, silence.
Okay.
All right. So what I was gonna say was, honestly, not gonna lie, the ending, like how Winter just sounded. Guys, I don't know if y'all probably thinking what I'm thinking right now, but she definitely needs to be on one of those things where they
Shut up. You always say the
the
same thing.
I feel like I was just reading the ending of a new chapter of a book. That was like on point. Like on point.
Let me put my pen to paper.
Straight
Maybe I need to
into it.
publish something at
Yes,
this point.
she's a
telling
writer,
you.
guys. She's really a writer, but she
Like
just
that was
ain't
so
writing
good.
nothing.
Like honestly, that ending made me want to read. Like I didn't even want to go to sleep. I want to read the next chapter before I go
I
to sleep.
know that's
Like,
right.
She's a writer, so let's encourage her. Guys, everybody that's listening to this podcast episode, let's all encourage Winter because she's really a
Oh my
writer and
gosh.
we're just waiting for the book. It's just that simple. So
Like,
we'll just keep
it's giving
encouraging her.
binge. It's giving binge watch. Binge
I know
listen.
that's right.
Yes,
Okay, new
let's
age
go.
Shonda.
Binge
Don't
listen.
listen. Don't hype me up. Let me stop.
I'm crying.
I can't breathe. Hold on. I need some water.
This
No,
was
that
such a
was
us episode.
so good.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
that was actually
This is probably
so
the
good.
most authentic us episode.
Yeah, and always. Even Amani forgetting what she was about to say.
Like that's wrong.
Repeat the
Like I
whole
think we
thing?
should keep
Like,
that
no,
in there.
man.
Like this
I'm
is
not
the
mad
part,
about
like,
it.
Someone should like say in the voice before this part even plays out and be like, this is the part where Amani forgets and wants to go
Oh,
back to figure
yes.
out.
Yes, I will
Hold on.
record
Where
it.
my
I
pen at?
promise
Hold
I will.
on.
Write it down,
Oh.
someone.
This
is the
I know she's lying. I know she's lying. 'Cause
No, literally, because we need to add that in there. We have to. We literally have to.
oh
I really
my
wrote it down
God.
though. All
It's
right.
And we're
it's
keeping the
like a
part in
little
right now of you telling us to add the part of this is where money forgets. We're leaving
Okay,
all
maybe
of
this
all
part should
saying.
be BTS. You know?
right.
We gotta
Thank
save
you,
a little
Queen. At least
bit
you're on
for
my
the
side.
extra. I got you.
Look, now she's dragging it. Now it's giving 2.5 and not 2.0.
all right. Let's reel it in. 'Cause I got
Oh
2 more
my
points to get us to our
God.
conclusion.
Okay,
I
yes,
know,
come
Jimmy
on,
Rose
let's
be
go.
here, guys.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now that I've been heavily encouraged to actually write a book, I want to get into little think pieces, right? What is one part of adulting, healing, or growing that no one warned you about, that you either wish you would have been told or taught, whether it been indirectly in a movie, a book, a song, if you actually listen to the lyrics, because we don't always listen, or directly from a family member, a friend, an experience? What is something that you wish you would have been warned about when it comes to adulthood?
That your friends are not gonna be your same friends. I went.
You don't think anybody warned you about that?
No, I'm saying.
Oh, that's not true.
Because
Oh,
saying
you
in
say okay.
college,
Continue.
like when I
Sorry.
first started, like that was like that was a different point in my life that y'all talking about. Like, come on, like,
Yeah,
then
continue.
I
That's
can't,
why I shut up.
I can't even
Mhm.
finish the sentence messing
Sorry,
with these
Jen.
girls.
I just
This is crazy.
messing with these girls is crazy.
Because it sounded like you was about to tell a
Sorry.
bold-faced
Go
lie.
ahead. Yeah, because I'm
But,
sorry. I didn't mean
okay.
to jump on you like that. All
I
right.
mean,
Listen
like,
first, speak second. That's what we got to do.
I can't
Okay.
even.
Sorry. Your lesson. Go ahead.
Like, like for example, like college life. Like, I wish that I knew more about what to expect during college life compared to starting as a freshman to about to graduate senior. Like, if I would have known what I've known at the end of my college career or whatever, actually not career because I'm going back to school, but whatever. But if I would have known, I would have went in there completely different, like completely. And I was not warned about, like, I feel like I only heard like stuff that I thought at the time was not real, not that it wasn't realistic, but like doesn't barely happen. I feel like, I don't know.
So what's
like-
okay? So what's?
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you
No,
about to
go
say
ahead.
exactly what I'm about to say. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was
Specificity.
actually just gonna
No, I'm
ask.
kidding.
Yes, a specific. Do you have a specific instance that like made you be like, I was not prepared for this
Mm-hmm.
at all? Like this was not any type of little inkling.
Like
was
if
given to me
you
that
were
something like this
talking
would
to
happen.
you, what would you tell? What would you now tell? How old was you going into college, girl? 18?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
18-year-old Monty, what would you say? Sit down, girl. Yeah, I know you about to
Girl.
walk in here thinking this, and this, but
Girl. Sister girl.
what?
Sister girl. Why is you wasting your time on that man?
Oh, sorry. It really gave, and
You was not on mute. You wasn't on mute.
oh,
She
I
said,
know
"You're
that
too
now.
loud.
That's
Quiet
why I
down,
said
but-
sorry.
I'm
I tried to
crying.
mute. I tried to mute real
Tried to
quick, but the already came out. So sorry.
It was like I knew where your face was
Bro.
without even me seeing your face. Like, but yeah, like what are you doing? Like, are you dumb?
So do you think that was
Clearly.
specifically, I know the experience was in college, but do you think that life, maybe not specifically about preparing you for college, but do you think that you wish maybe like more relationship skills or maybe things about standards? I don't know. I'm just throwing out different things. But do you wish that that was more of a conversation for you growing up overall, just about life in general, or specifically about your college experience? I'm only asking because you first mentioned college.
Well, I feel like going into college, I was seeing it kind of like fresh start, new people to meet. Like, it was just, I don't know. I kind of walked into it differently than how I was in high school. And the way I walked into it, like, I was obviously being too nice where people thought that they could play with me. And that wasn't the case. Because after the fact, it's like, at the time I wasn't thinking at it like that. But then after a while, it started to be like that. Or it was like that. And I'm like, why was I not catching this the first time? Like, it's just the way I went about things, like, or trying to be too, I guess, open to people that I ended up not even messing with at the end of the day.
So do you think that you now, if y'all were sitting at a table, would you tell her to be more guarded in a way? Or just be more observant of the people that you're actually around, or just not expect too much? Because it sounds like all three can be true.
Yeah, I definitely would say all three. I feel like that's the one thing that I do, like, not regret, but like wish that I had after college, is because I honestly, like, now that I think about it, I really don't have a strong relationship with anybody that I went with college with. Like, we might follow each other still on social media, but when it comes down to like talking more than, you know, like any regular person, then it's never, I never had like created something like that. I feel like, because obviously I'm not talking to any of them. Not that I'm not talking to them. We still follow each other on social media again, but like, it's not.
Like, you don't have like a Jody.
Yeah.
My girlfriend Jody from college.
Agree. Yes, agree. Yeah. So I feel like I wish I just would have went about things a certain way, and if I would have did that, then I would probably have had, you know, friends that I could have made out of, you know, UB. But I just feel like UB was just trash overall, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
All right. Well, we're not
yes.
going back for grad school or for an additional degree.
definitely not.
So,
Like, I feel like if I went to a whole different other school, I would not have the college experience that I had there at that school. Like, it would have been completely different. Not in every aspect, but most of the aspects that I wanted, that I wish it was different, it would have been different at another school, I feel like. And I'm 100% sure about that. Yeah. So, yeah. That's my life. Yeah. Yeah.
the stock was trash. In other words, the stock was very much trash. Okay. Valid. In a nutshell. Welcome to Monty's life. But Tanasia, Deke.
I honestly thought that you were just
Not too
asking
much.
Amani that question, so I think I'm confused.
No, I think I'm confused. I get it though. I get it.
All right,
I don't
let's
know.
just make sure we add. Let me just make sure we add that part into the podcast, please. Management.
Okay,
and
hold
this
on.
is the part where
yes, this is
like, that's what you wanted to say.
The part.
Talking in slow-mo is crazy.
Well, you know,
Listen, she did a month.
It sounded like she was trying to remember.
Yeah, I need the
exactly what she
question.
was-
I need the question again.
Hold on. Let me remember the question.
Because I really thought you were just asking Amani. I really thought you were just asking Amani.
What's something that you
okay,
wish?
yes. You were warned about. What is one thing about adulting, healing, or growing that you wish you were warned about?
What do I wish I was warned about? I feel like something that could have been communicated better, or I could have had more knowledge on, is like building credit and how important it actually is to like maintain. You know, it's a really big part of life and the way our world is. Like, so I feel like, I know that's probably kind of a cliche answer, but that's definitely something that I feel like could have been better. I learned it on my own, but learned it on my own through action. So it's not like, it wasn't horrible. It's just, that's something I could have understood before I even started fully, if that makes sense. I don't really know if there's anything else that kind of red gives me like a yellow flag, like you should have known this. I don't know. I gotta hear other answers. Tay?
Honestly, I've been sitting here trying to think of something. And not to say that there's nothing, but just off the top, like I want to give a valuable answer, but there's nothing that I could think off the top of my head. Like, and I'm not even trying to be like funny or anything, but just shout out to Big Barb, because Barb really, put me on game for real. She was a very transparent and around the way woman, and just kind of taught me so many different things. It was just, did I apply everything is really the question. That's what it comes down to.
That part.
Like, I can't think of something that's like, it would just be me trying to give an answer. I can't really think of something that's specific that I'm like, oh, I wish I knew more about this. I think for me, and again, I'm very grateful. Not everybody has that experience to have a parent that you feel like actually taught you so many things. And then as you grow, it's like, oh my gosh, they did tell me that, and I just didn't apply that lesson. I think a lot of my things is more so the application of the lessons that were taught over the span of my life. And the time of which I chose to apply them.
Not the time. Was it too late, sis? Was it too late? Was the damage already done?
On the verge.
Got it.
On the verge. But I really do, like, I'm trying to think, but I don't know if there's anything specific that I can think of. But yeah, I just had a very, very transparent mom. I'm really grateful for that. Like, having to like reflect on that and really think about it. I'm actually really, really grateful that I did have such a transparent mom, because a lot of things, it was kind of like, hey, these things happen, these things come, here's this about life. It was just so many nuggets. Great woman, honestly.
I know that's right. Yes, ma'am. Great woman. Phenomenal woman.
Great
Phenomenally.
woman. Just my application was, the hindrance of
you were
the
issue. Okay.
Yeah, I was the issue.
I get it. Pretty much. I do.
But yeah, getting better.
I love how we keep saying the buts, but like there's no buts. The point is, you were taught, you just didn't listen.
No, for sure.
Okay.
Like about so many things, like literally, it's so funny, but it's literally like, I was even trying to think, like Didi said, like, oh, go based off of people's answers. So Monty said college, and I'm like, okay, what about college? Maybe was there something? And it's like, my mom, did go to school, has her degrees, like really, I mean, granted, me living on campus, she didn't live on campus, she was a commuter, but there wasn't really anything that I didn't feel ill prepared for. Like, she taught me how to take care of myself. So being on campus by myself, already knew, already was it was just smooth sailing. Now the boys thing, something different. That's just, again,
she ain't listen.
Self-destruction. Exactly, self-destruction.
Mm-hmm.
So not that I wasn't taught, it's just my own choices. Again, my own choices got me into things that it should not have. And that's just what it boils down to. And then I'm thinking about credit. That's something my mom don't play about, never played about. Again, own choices made myself go through a roller coaster when I didn't have to. I had a great credit score from the beginning because she got me on her credit card early. Like, I was up. I mean, on the peak of all the peaks, set me up for the greatest success. Your own
living
choices,
vicariously through you. It was a great time. But oh, how the mighty fall.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Fall.
I really
definitely
hate that for you. I hate that for me. I hate that for everyone.
Slid. Maybe I didn't fall, but I slid.
You slid. Yeah.
Slid. Yeah. And then how the roller coasters shoot back up to the top. That's where we are right here. We shooting back up right now.
I know that's right. In Jesus' name.
That's where we are.
Yes.
Yep. In Jesus' name.
Okay. Now I have a question now.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna just say, any regrets, like now that we're like actually grown, like from before, like do you guys have any regrets?
I have one, and I think that honestly goes hand in hand with what I wish I was warned about, or not even warned, just kind of like told in general. Like, I really, really wish that I was told that it's okay to trust people. Like, to build off Tanasia's point of being taught, like, I had a really good village. My mother taught me well. She was very transparent. My father, oh, Lord, very, very, very transparent. All of my older cousins, very transparent. And I think my issue was the fact that I had seen so much and but I just been exposed to so much, I became very, very guarded. And so from a young age, I've been really guarded. I don't easily let people in. And it was even like in my mid-20s, I'm like, I have my sister circle, the three of you, and a lovely sprinkling of some extra friends, but I don't feel close to anyone. And it's no one's fault but my own. So I feel like a lot of life was lived, I don't want to say lonely, but very solitary. Like I never felt like I shared an experience with anyone. So I really would tell myself, and I regret that I didn't trust people. Like trust people, trust life, trust time, really just trusting the process, because I feel as though now I look back, there's so much time of connection that's missing from my life that I'm trying to fill in the gaps of today. Like everything else, I wouldn't say I really regret, because it's my lived experience. Without that, I probably honestly wouldn't be the woman that I am today, because I'm hard-headed. I had to see it for myself. You could tell me the stove is hot, but how am I know if I don't touch it? You could be lying, you know?
Could be lying for sure.
So that's really it. Like just the trusting people thing. Because I think I'd enjoy more. I'd be a lot less cynical, you know? Wouldn't have so many sharp edges. And then I also wouldn't have had to grow up as the friend who, again, me and Tanasia definitely flipped, but I wouldn't had to have been the friend that my friends were warning their external friends about. Like, oh, she's not, it's not that she doesn't like you. She's just like that. Or she's not mean. She just really, you know, she don't really rock with many people. Like, I wish I wasn't that friend. That's really it.
That makes sense.
I feel like I've never needed, or I guess I never really warned anybody about anyone.
I vividly remember you warning two friends about me. I vividly remember it. Not
About
warning,
you?
but more so giving a disclaimer. Yeah, vividly.
From when? What were we
I'm pretty sure the
doing?
first time Vicky ever met me.
Did not remember that. Sorry.
Girl, that was years and years ago.
Yeah.
And also to most people, because it's not like I do anything, it's just I'm very standoffish. So to most people, I feel like, especially my people who have said it, they never said it in a way to be like to guard people from me. It was more so to explain to people why I wasn't opening up to them, or why it seemed like I didn't like them. I quite frankly just didn't care. Like I have my people, and that's that. So I don't think that unless if it was certain people who knew that I overtly just did not like them, I don't think my friends would remember every instance that they've said that, because I don't think I was that aggressive or that mean of a person. I just wasn't friendly.
I don't think you were a mean person. I just think the silence was just taken as something that it wasn't. And that's just really what it boils down to me at least. Again, own interpretation of, you know, people have their own experiences with people, and, you know, they describe them differently. So, but I get that 100%.
And now the tables have turned, and now Tanasia is the friend that I have to give disclaimers for. It's great. It's fun.
See, the thing is about me is it's the face. And I'm even at work, I'm told, I get text messages in meetings, fix your face. And I'm really, that's another thing, guys. Who am I trying to become? A person who doesn't have so many facial expressions, when I'm truly just perplexed and don't understand what is happening and why it's happening and all of the things. I just don't understand sometimes. And so when I don't understand, if I don't say it with my mouth, my face tells on me every time. And it's really affecting my life currently.
It's very
I
unfiltered.
completely feel that.
Very unfiltered.
I feel that so much.
Amani, you too. Like to the point where like you can't help but have a reaction when you see the face. Because
Girl,
why are you
like-
doing that out in the wild?
Out
There
in
was
the
this one
wild
time,
is
I'm
crazy.
not gonna lie, bro. The other day, literally, I was watching someone do something, and in my head, I'm like, what are they doing? Like, why are they doing that? But my face was like, the way I was looking at them, I didn't even realize that I was looking at them like this, bro. Until this other girl was like, Amani, fix your face. I said, oh. Like, oh, shoot.
Then
Like,
you
I did
felt
not
it?
realize I
Yeah.
felt like that. Yeah, I was like, dang. But and then I was like, no, but for real. Like, what is he doing? Like, I was fucking
No, like, now I'm actually curious for real.
Right.
Like,
Should
no,
we
seriously.
ask?
Yeah, it's really defeating me nowadays, so I understand
Yeah.
that. It's really getting the people worked up, apparently, and I just can't help it. So I'm trying to be, trying to be cautious of it and conscious of it, but it's just not working because I'm still getting the messages mid-meeting to fix my face, stop looking at them like they're dumb, stop looking at them like what they said doesn't make sense. But the thing is, it doesn't. So that's the part that we're working through. But
But
again,
it's the fact that the
still
face is so
praying.
very clearly conveying that that's what your thoughts are. That is the problem. Like, that is very problematic, especially in the settings that you do it. And it's like,
Yes,
when I
I
say
know.
unfiltered, it doesn't matter. Like, she could be getting introduced to somebody's family for the first time. And also, I've always loved this about you, but like now it's to the point where, ma'am, it's offensive to people. She will just say
I try
the
not to.
thought. So say somebody says something outrageous, first time ever meeting these people, right? Somebody says something outrageous. She goes, what? Girl, no.
I do that.
No. Shh. Keep it in.
The thing is that she used to do that when we were younger, like, but while we were younger, it would obviously be funny and like right after, because when you're that confused and you gotta say what about something that's going on, that's funny. So the fact that
We're
you
too
still
old
do
now.
that currently
Too
is,
old.
yeah, we can't be
No,
doing
but
that.
now it's more
Especially when you
frustrating
really in
what-
your head, you was like, what? And she said it out loud, and it's like you said it out loud, so it makes it even more funny because like we both in the same boat. Like, I know I'm not tripping. Like, what?
And
I
it's
know
not
that
just the
people be
face. Let's
wondering
be for
what
real.
too.
It's not the face. It's not just the face. The face is step one. Then it's the, if you're pondering it and it still doesn't sink in, the what? Or if you really try and hold it in, she's going to start laughing. All right, get out.
No, literally.
Go. Please.
Because I'm trying so hard. I really do. And it's honestly, it's not affecting my career in a bad way, but people in my circles of that space are definitely realizing, and they literally are texting me. That's not a lie. This is real, people. They are texting me and telling me, please fix your face. You cannot look at them like that. And I'm just like, okay.
It'd be one thing if it was jokey. It's just pure
disgust,
unadulterated disgust and disappointment. Like, that is what's being portrayed and projected. Yeah.
You know, one time
Mm-mm.
in a church service,
Great.
a pastor literally called me out. It wasn't like, I wasn't, this time, thankfully, it wasn't a face of disgust. But you know how sometimes I could just be very stoic, like there's no expression. It's just like, I'm just staring at you. And it's just, you don't really, if you don't know me, you don't know what that means. Like, you don't know how to read it. And he literally called me out and was like, I've been watching you this whole service and you have the most like stoic face. Like, I can't read whether you're into the word, whether you're understanding the word. Like, I don't know anything. Like, I can't read past. He's like, but I could see that you have a very big heart, yada yada. But that was just, going to something else. But I don't know what it is. So it's either very stoic or it's giving.
Girl, I get the stoic. I relate to the stoic. That's me all the time. I can deal with that. I don't have to explain that to people. The other one is the problem.
We're working on it. Like I said, this is the part of Tanisha that we are trying to, be intentional about, trying to break the habits. It's really hard though.
It's okay.
And then when people met my mom a couple of what was that, last week?
They got it.
Job
said,
had
it makes sense.
Oh, everybody said if I didn't already know this was your mom, as soon as she made the face at them kids who was making all that noise in the back, I would have known that was your mom, because the face that she made when she turned around and looked at that lady with the 5 kids, I said, yeah, see, it's not me. It's not really me. It's her. There we go. There's the answer.
Okay. Deep, any regrets? What? Regrets? Anything you wish you were warned about? I know you quickly said no, but after going around the block and hearing Tanisha deny, Any additional thoughts?
Truly, no. There is nothing I regret that already happened. And nothing I could change but make sure I don't do it again down the line.
Amani.
What?
Why you sigh like that, girl? You got some regrets.
I meant to unclick the mute button after I did that, but it happened
No,
too.
see, we're on episode like 50, and you're still over here not knowing how to work the mute button.
It's not that I don't know how to work it. It's the fact that I be forgetting that you could tap without having to press the button. Like if you just tap it, like it will still do it. It's a clicking it, like yeah. But
It's
anyway,
giving you're a new Mac user and you're not. So let's. Anyways,
it's because I keep moving and I keep moving. I'm getting anxious or something. I don't know. But anyways,
calm down. Calm down.
What do you regret, Buki? I cannot say that word for the life of me tonight. I think it's
regret.
It's not like a dang.
But I feel like the only thing that I can think of that I regret is trading in my BMW when I had no bills to pay on that car, and I traded it in anyway because I didn't understand the car bills until after I got that first bill.
That's
like,
real.
Bam!
That's real.
And then I just keep thinking back, like, why did I trade that in, bro? I had no payments on that car. The car was fine. Everything was fixed on the car. There was nothing wrong with the car, and I still.
That was one of those moments that you were not going by what you're told and just had to learn because you were told to not do that.
But I feel like it's the way you tell me. Like, you gotta really tell me why I should. Like, what? Like, what? Like,
yeah, you need reasoning. You definitely
I was
are.
gonna say you need to reason. You need to
like,
reason.
If you really don't want me to do it, what? Like, tell me.
But why? Don't tell me. Don't just
now
tell
I
me
feel like
to do
you're
it.
telling me
not to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly, because now I feel like they're trying to tell me what to do, and I don't like being told what to do.
Girl, you is
We
preaching to the
know.
choir, honey, and reciting real loud over here, Buki. I get that. I felt that in my spirit.
Like,
do not tell me.
Tell
what to
me
do.
why. Like, are you on my side or are you not?
Right? Is you hating? Is you hating from outside the club?
Spare me, because
oh my gosh,
like,
no, you're
what?
definitely you need a reason for sure. You're a reason person.
Well,
you can't
in
just
that
tell you what to do.
instance, you should have just listened. But you live and you learn.
All right, we all should have listened. How about that? Huh?
Ma'am, you right, but ain't nobody tell me. So okay.
Well,
all
I'm
right.
just saying tell me all the way.
What?
Okay, as I did with Tanasia, we are going to continue.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Okay. All right. So y'all know I love a good rapid fire. I got 3 rapid fire. This or that. Say whether you're choosing this or that. Okay. Round 1.
Facts.
Group trip or solo vacation?
Group solo.
Wait, solo like literally by myself?
I mean, yeah. Is there?
I
guess people have different parameters for that, but yeah.
I only
Well,
say
yeah,
group trip is because I haven't done solo trip yet, and
I'm gonna do solo vacation. I think for sure.
I haven't done it yet by myself, so I think that's why I picked group trip.
I'm going solo.
I could do a
For sure.
solo.
All right, that's fine.
Like, you don't want to travel with me? Okay, great.
Like, what?
I don't want to go with y'all either. That's what that gave.
Round 2. You know, it gets sticky. All right. Dream job or dream peace?
Ooh,
Peace.
Jesus.
Job.
Dream peace.
Dream peace.
Dream
peace.
job. The peace will come after I get the job.
The dream? No, it won't.
My
That's the
dream
problem.
job will bring me peace.
Exactly.
I've learned.
certain areas.
That's why I'm like,
Wow.
my dream
Okay,
job is
that's valid.
peace. So it's hard to really
No,
answer that, but I choose
my dream
peace no
job
matter
is
what.
not peace. Not peace. My dream job
Well,
will
mine
bring
is.
me peace. I love that, and I can relate
I mean,
from outside the club
don't-
because I'm not in that one. But
Definitely dream
Yes.
peace for me.
well, see, dang, I made it, but
My
like, I
dream
don't even
job,
know what it
I
really.
know it won't bring me pease. It'll bring me money, but it won't bring me peace.
That
I
brings
already
me
know.
peace.
But then
No,
if you
not
get
enough.
the peace, then
Not
what
enough.
about your dream job?
Okay, that's
Well,
fine. I'm
see, that's what I was
peace, and the
saying.
Lord
Dream
wants
peace.
I
abundance
gotta
for
think
me.
about.
Are
I'm
we
trying to
thinking
be
about it
realistic.
as in dream peace? Be like everything, like my life is so peaceful. Everything that I want is in the place that it's supposed to be. Right. So
Yeah,
then it
that's
could
how I
If
include the
I'm
thought.
dream
at peace,
job.
that means I'm at peace with my life.
With
Right. Okay.
everything,
Dream
yeah.
peace then. Dream peace. Dang, I
That's
made
what
the
I'm
dang
thinking.
question and I ain't even know what.
Well, shoot, I'm
Amani said, I'm sticking to my choice.
I'm
Lone
sticking.
All right.
Ranger.
I know that's
the
right.
only-
Okay.
I'm the only one on the left side. I'm solo, basically. I'm solo.
You should go on that
Solo
solo
trip is
trip.
looking like. Give us
Yeah.
solo trip.
I'm crying.
All right. Round three.
Round three.
Healing season or outside season? And this is in
Healing.
response to something. Healing or
Wait,
outside?
outside as in going out?
Whatever that means to you. Because some people, my outside ain't outside.
Outside, right?
Yeah. But I'm
But
outside.
it's like activities. I'm
Okay.
going on adventures.
Yes.
Like,
Pottery.
yeah, that's my vibe.
Aerial.
That's my vibe.
All
Outside
that.
season.
Oh, like doing stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like healing is sometimes it could be a lot. So I would just prefer
Facts. That's a fact. I
No,
choose
it's a
peace.
facts one.
I choose peace.
Yeah. I would just
I choose
enjoy my time
denial.
outside.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah.
I
Outside
think
for sure.
if done right, outside can heal you.
Can be healing.
If
Yeah,
done
that's how I feel too.
right. Okay. Yep, that's
My
it.
outside can.
Right. Mine too. Sometimes. And I gotta
That's the matter.
recharge. All right, so that's it for the rapid fire, quick, cute,
Hey, I'm
simple,
obsessed
easy.
with this hat. I literally need
Thanks
one.
so
I can't even lie
much.
to you.
My mom got it for me for Christmas, like
I
year or
remember
two
when she
ago.
got that, and this is like the first time
Yeah.
I'm seeing it since, and fire. Really, and I
I wore it to the
remember
gym
saying
today.
that when I saw it. Sorry, Winnie, go
Appreciate you.
ahead. Sorry, my love. I just had to say that because I need it like bad.
All right, to wrap this up, I want for each person to share a short message to your future self. It can be loving, funny, wise, raw, gritty, however you feel like giving it up, because a year from now, these messages will be getting played for ourselves a year from now. And then the year after that. So yeah. Don't everybody jump at once, but
One more
think,
time.
ponder.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start. My future self, one, I'm very proud of everything you are, everything you work through, work towards, and the person you are, the mother you are, the friend you are, the daughter you are, the sister you are, aunt you are, all of that. Everything. Very proud. You're doing it, keep going. And that's all I got. Amen.
A message to my future self. Okay, self. Hey, girl. Stop it. So I just want to say that you are the most eloquent and creative and innovative and the best visionary that you could ever be, because I just know that that's what you are. I'm talking to you now, and I just know that that is the woman that you are. You are a visionary. Your intellectual property is just that. It is providing so much value to the world, to the spaces that you're in. I know that you are an all-around, just genuine and charismatic woman, and you are holding your values up, and you are just being all that you ever dreamed of being. I just know that in a year's time, you are that girl, period. And that's just what you are. And I want you to listen to this every day. Play it every day. From the day that you listen to this a year from now, play it every single day. If you ever forget, you are that girl. And I don't know if you'll be a wife and mom and all that stuff, but if you are, you're all of that, and you're doing a fantastic job, and you're rocking it, okay? Period.
What I would say to my future self is, honestly, you're doing the dang thing. You doing it. And you better keep doing it. Do not give up. I'm telling you right now. Do not give up. I wish the roles were reversed and you was talking to me right now instead of me talking to you. But it's okay, you know? It is what it is. And this is what you're listening to. So listen. Because you don't be listening sometimes, and I hope around this time, around this time, you're listening, okay? Because, yeah, I know you be probably telling me that, but it's okay. I'm listening. I don't know what's happening around that time, but yeah. And if you don't have, or have a boyfriend by now, or whatever the case may be, who cares? Who cares? Just
This is no.
Let her have her moment. Go ahead.
The disrespect. You see, I'm hoping a year from now, they just don't be cutting you off. They won't take you as a joke because this is just ridiculous. But anyways, I just hope that you are still at least 4, 5, 6 steps closer to doing exactly what you want to do in life. Okay? Accelerate. And that's all I can say. Period.
Okay, great. I just wanted to complete the trend. Sorry.
And go 3.0. Don't go 2.5.
Period.
Take
You
it up
got
a
it.
notch.
Pick your feet up. Pick your feet
That's
up.
right. Pick your
Move
feet
it.
up.
Let's go. Can't do it. Hey, girl. I just want to say that I am so proud of you because me knowing you, because you know I'm you and you me and we as each other, girl. I know that you are working very hard towards the goals that you have set for yourself, and that you are trying day in and day out to make it happen. But I also want for you to know that I am very, very proud of you. And I hope that you never forget who you are while you are evolving, while you are growing, while you are building. You've built this life brick by brick. You have built this person, this body, rooted in purpose, discipline, and divine timing, because all good things take time, okay? Don't rush, baby. Please don't rush. You spent too much of your life rushing. And I really hope that as you are achieving things that are greater than your wildest dreams, and yes, in a year from now, you're going to be looking back like, dang, I really did that, okay? Like, couldn't my whoa, hold on. My biggest fan couldn't even imagine this life for me, all right? But I really hope that you're choosing peace over noise. And I mean, that's even within your own thoughts. It's okay. Sit down, calm down, relax. Okay, Bookie? Because you was born with that dog in you. But nobody likes a dog who's always barking. Okay? So with that being said, to become the woman that you have always dreamed of, you need to continue to show up as her, because you've always been her. And the only one who can change that is you. Again, I'm very proud of you. And wherever you're at, congratulations, Bookie. You made it.
Now, as Future Group, I am so proud of everyone here.
Yes. Snap.
Period.
Okay? So proud of everyone here. And we got each other for life. So
Okay.
Yes, and I love our new studio. It's so beautiful. It has all of our great equipment in it. We made it so lovely, and I just love being in there. I love catching my little flights once a month to come and hang out. It's just really a ball. I mean,
yeah, and I hope that you're not
the
actually
coins
doing once a month. You're
coining.
actually doing more than that. But it's okay. We'll get back on that.
1,000 businesses running right now. Again,
Got
Future
it.
Self. It's like 30 already.
Yeah,
right
and
now.
you have
I know
one
that's
back
right.
here at home. We're home.
Yes,
That's
all
right.
the businesses are flourishing. We are doing
Yes.
So many
everything
good
that we're
things.
supposed to be doing.
In a year's time, it's gonna happen. I believe God for it. So hey
Listen,
y'all, hey Future
what it
Selves.
quickly.
It's gonna happen.
Quickly. Okay.
Head on a
Settle
swivel.
me.
It's gonna happen.
All right now. But honestly, Future, all of y'all's, I'm very proud of you. The fact that you're still here is enough for me to be proud of. The fact that you're still showing up is enough for me to be proud of. Even if you don't end up where you're planning to be, you're still further than where you are today, simply by still existing. And that is enough. We done had a long conversation, y'all. Is there any one thing you want for the audience to lead this conversation with? I want to see a whole bunch of heads shaking no. Okay, great.
Y'all be blessed.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, groupies. That's it for this episode. We love you very, very much. All right, bye.
Bye. Love y'all.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for hanging with us on Group Chat Calling. Ready to make it official? Join the group and be part of the convo every Wednesday. Hit that follow button so you never miss a call. Catch you next week.